Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Monday Night Raw. This is the go-home edition of Monday Night Raw, as we are just 7 days away from the massive Elimination Chamber, and we got massive matches galore for you tonight. It's going to be Bron Breakker, Raw Tag Team Champion, taking on the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns tonight here on Monday Night Raw. A matchup that is certainly considered the I guess you could say the future versus the current. Roman Reigns, one of the best that we have here in WWE. Bron Breakker coming through the ranks of NXT, former NXT champion, former NXT United Kingdom champion, and Bron Breakker is the current Raw Tag Team champion with Big E. He is a two-time Raw Tag Team champion with Big E. Bron Breakker won't have to defend his Raw Tag Team Championship with Big E this weekend because all three members of D-Generation X are in that six-man Elimination Chamber. Drew McIntyre and Wade Barrett have been taken out. Shawn Michaels has replaced them with D-Generation X. They are the ones that took out Drew McIntyre a couple weeks prior, and then last week they took out Wade Barrett. So D-Generation X are on a whole different ball game at this moment. You got Paul Heyman accompanying the Tribal Chief down to the ring. Can only imagine how this matchup is going to go down tonight, because tonight you have Bron Breakker, Roman Reigns. You have Big E, one half of the Raw Tag Team Champions, taking on Seth frickin' Rollins. And also you have the leader of D-Generation X, Shinsuke Nakamura, taking on the best in the world, CM Punk. It is going to be a massive, massive match tonight. All three of those matches. Plus, we got Kairi Sane taking on Nia Jax. Kairi Sane gets her rematch coming up at the Elimination Chamber Premium Live event. Nia Jax just looks like has joined up with Damage Control, giving Bayley a big win over Trish Stratus last week here. And then also a major main event coming up is it's going to be a six-man battle royal between the United States Championship Division competitors that will be competing in that Elimination Chamber United States Championship matchup, where the winner will get to come out last in the chamber. So certainly a big night will be coming our way right here live here on Monday Night Raw. But the Tribal Chief is looking to get himself a spot at WrestleMania, and no better way than going on to face Gunther for that World Heavyweight Championship. First, he has to beat Bron Breakker and then go through 5 other superstars in that chamber. Let's see how he fares tonight. Here we go. Referee has rung the bell. Here we go. Breakker and Roman Reigns. And for this matchup, this is where we're going to really tell how Bron Breakker is facing off with the best of the best. A former world champion, former WWE champion, former United States champion. A man that it seems like has done it all, has done it. And we'll see how Breakker handles himself tonight. Pinfall opportunity. Strong 2 count there. Breakker was really hoping that would be it. Breakker, a future breakout superstar here on Monday Night Raw, or whatever brand he's ever going to be a part of. Certainly the future is bright with Bron Breakker, and I can't wait to see where this is going to go. Make sure you acknowledge your Tribal Chief, though, as look at this, the strength, the power of Bron Breakker there. An absolute stud, man. Roman Reigns is not a light man as well, so being able to press him over your shoulders like that, making it look so easy, that is one dangerous athlete. That's Bron Breakker. This is the battle of the spears. Bron Breakker does say he has the best spear in the business. We're going to see how he fares tonight against Roman Reigns. It's going to be a spear fest tonight here. And look at Reigns is all fired up. He is ready to put away Breakker, and over the top rope he goes. And now this is where Roman Reigns gets very, very dangerous here at ringside if he wishes to go that route. And it looks like he's going to use his environment to his advantage. Big old snake eyes onto the outside of the apron. And again, Reigns telling everyone here on Monday Night Raw to acknowledge the Tribal Chief. Certainly Roman Reigns wants to get himself that World Championship matchup against Gunther and have it go the opposite way that it did last time when Gunther defeated Roman Reigns to become the World Heavyweight Champion. As Breakker tosses Reigns back in the ring here. Ooh. Both men getting back inside the ring at an 8 count as, big Uranagi slam there from Reigns, making it look so simple. And Reigns not done yet. Look at this big power slam. Taking down Breakker, and the Tribal Chief is done playing around. It's time for a Superman punch. Breakker moves out the way, and now look at this, the military press power slam may be in the sights of Roman. Pinfall, is this it? 1, 2, no, Reigns kicks out. Reigns cannot believe it, neither can Breakker, as a big running knee strike right to the temple there of Roman. Breakker telling Roman Reigns to get up to his feet here. Oh, what a big clothesline. I thought maybe Breakker may have wanted the spear there, but maybe a little bit too late at that moment, as now big time spine buster there from one half of the Raw Tag Team Champions. As wait a minute, Bron Breakker. Can he spear Roman? Yes, he does. He spears the Tribal Chief. Spears him in half, but he's electing not to finish it up. But look at Reigns. He's going to make him pay. Big headbutt there to Breakker. And it seems like maybe Reigns may want to try to spear Breakker. Maybe show him who exactly does have the best spear in the business. But Reigns may not get that opportunity. You just don't know. Irish whip off the ropes into a Samoan drop. That is vintage Roman Reigns, ladies and gentlemen. As now Roman going to go up top. Going to go high risk here. Your Tribal Chief looking to fly. Is it worth it? On his end, we're about to find out as a flying clothesline takes out Breakker. Breakker getting back up to his feet. That adrenaline just going to be flowing through this young man. A massive matchup in his young career as a flapjack takedown there of Bron Breakker. Reigns again. Seems like he has something in mind, but Breakker just continues to get up to his feet. And Reigns is trying to keep him down as much as he can. Breakker doing the right thing, rolling out of the ring. Paul Heyman introducing a steel chair. I don't know if the referee has noticed it just yet, but it may come into advantage if both these men get back in the ring here. Within the 10 count, as a tilt-a-whirl slam there takes down Breakker. What a opening bout here on the go-home show of Monday Night Raw. We mentioned the lineup tonight. We have a star-studded card for you from top to bottom, especially that main event. Who will be able to come out last in that Elimination Chamber matchup for the United States Championship, as Reigns with a big flying elbow to the lower back. Reigns is hoping that may be enough to put him away, but the referee a little bit distracted with that chair, and Breakker with a strong kick out. And now, what does Roman have to do to put away Braun? Has him in the corner. Superman punch. Is it time for the combination here? Reigns spearing Bron Breakker in half. Will that be enough to put away Breakker? 2, 3. Big win from Roman Reigns, defeating one half of the Raw Tag Team Champions tonight here on Monday Night Raw. To kick us off here. What a matchup. Reigns showing you that his combo, that Superman punch into that big time spear, shows you that this man is still a threat in that Elimination Chamber, despite it being a 3-on-3 numbers game where Degeneration X has a 50% chance of walking out with the best win. And now we get our second matchup, part of that big-time Elimination Chamber matchup that goes down in just less than 7 days' time. As the other half of the Raw Tag Team Champions, Big E, is in action against Seth frickin' Rollins. And coming up after this matchup, the leader of Degeneration X, Shinsuke Nakamura, King of Strong Style, you'll be taking on the best in the world, CM Punk. It's going to be a hard-hitting night for sure. Get a little see of kind of who gets the momentum heading into the Elimination Chamber. Massive matchup, and we know Seth Rollins is the last superstar that will be coming out of that matchup. So we'll see if Rollins can get himself an opportunity to actually go on to defeat these 5 other superstars, to go on to WrestleMania and face off with Gunther and that World Heavyweight Championship. And there he is, ladies and gentlemen. Seth frickin' Rollins is in the building. And this crowd is absolutely hyped, man. This man said that this is going to be the year of the visionary, the leader of the WWE Universe, that being Seth frickin' Rollins. He wants to lead the company into the future, and he believes with his win at the Chamber, going on to WrestleMania to take on Gunther would be the right way to go. But anything is possible. We've seen these type of matches where, yes, they come out the last in the matchup, but it ends up not being, you know, their night necessarily. You can get hit with a bunch of big maneuvers at one time that it could literally put you away. An unexpected power maneuver knocks you out. You just never know. But we'll see how Rollins fares before we get to that monumental matchup, ladies and gentlemen, live there at the Chamber, as Rollins takes on that man right there, Big E, one-on-one. Here we go, Rollins and Big E here. Big time stakes here, getting that momentum desperately you need into that Elimination Chamber matchup. And for Big E, what better way to make sure Rollins won't be walking in to the Chamber 100%, so that once he comes out last in that matchup, he could be easily eliminated if, let's say, Big E was the last man in that matchup. As Big E with a spear through the middle rope, and we're barely a couple minutes into this damn matchup. Big E sending a message to Seth Rollins here early that Big E is not backing down from a fight. He is the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion that we have here in series history, and that man showed you right there the number of names that Big E went through as champion. That man is a absolute stud. We may not like where he's going right now alongside of Degeneration X, but the whole Bray Wyatt situation, you know, it kind of it made him snap. I would snap too if you lose a 3-on-1 handicap match to a man like Bray Wyatt at that time, as a big-time flying axe handle takes down Rollins. New Day's over on SmackDown, Big E here on Raw, making a name for themselves in separate brands. And now Rollins and Big E face-to-face momentarily. Rollins now, big kidney shot, trying to slow down Big E. It's a good idea. Slow down the big man as much as you can. As look at that maneuver. A reverse, I guess you could say reverse 1916 of sorts. As there's a rope break that saves Big E for the moment. See if Rollins can maybe get this matchup going a little bit faster to maybe outwork Big E. That drop kick had stunned Big E for a moment. But here comes the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion, a 2-time Raw Tag Team Champion with a Bron Breaker. And imagine what it's going to be if one of the superstars from Degeneration X are able to survive the Elimination Chamber. If it's Bron Breakker, if it's Big E, or if it's the leader, the King of Strong Style, Shinsuke Nakamura, one of them going on to face Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. It will definitely be game-changing for sure. And now, nice face buster DDT, takes down Big E, but Big E right back up. Big ending to the Visionary. Is this it? Referee is right there watching the shoulders. And Rollins kicks out. Back and forth we go. How much more can Rollins take? Rollins limping a little bit. We'll see if he can get something going here. Oh, look at this. Raking the face against the top rope. Gonna give himself a rug burn for sure. I guess you could call it more of a rope burn of sorts, but still. And that is going to be absolutely brutal. And Rollins all fired up here for this latest edition of Monday Night Raw. Rollins off the ropes looking for that big knee strike, and again. Big E now busted open. Rollins bringing the fight to Big E. He realizes he has to at this exact moment. It's do or die in this opportunity as Rollins has Big E about halfway across the ring. Will Rollins do it? No, too far away. Big E gonna look to capitalize now. Rollins is in trouble. And look at Big E, those big stomps to the chest there. I ain't gonna be feeling too good. And now Big E gonna look to fly possibly. Both of these men have aerial assaults inbound as Big E connects halfway across the ring. Is that enough? No. Rollins kicks out at 2.5. What a brutal maneuver. And now Big E again. He connected with that big frog splash. He's going to go for a second time, I believe. Oh, no. This ain't good, Big E. What's he have in store? Flying axe handle again. Rollins may not know where he is at right now. He could be moments away from eating defeat here from Big E. Look at Rollins doing the right thing, rolling the heck underneath the bottom rope, trying to figure out something quickly. Oh, missing that strike there. Rollins able to get out of it momentarily now. And now Rollins through the middle rope, suicide dive. Rollins keeps himself in this matchup, at least for the time being. Big punch to the kidneys, that big splash we saw earlier on, that's definitely going to be affecting Rollins, especially that flying maneuver. And look at Big E just gyrating as a man certainly shouldn't at times. And now Big E, big ol' headbutt again. And this is anyone's ball game right now, ladies and gentlemen. Both of them are putting on a clinic. And now Big E making sure Rollins eats every single last shot there. Big E setting up Rollins. Is this going to be it? Looking for the second big ending. Down goes Rollins. Pinfall. 1, 2, 3. Big E with a big win over Seth Rollins. Rollins definitely won't be 100% walking into the chamber, but he does get to come out last inside of the chamber, so that will help Rollins the best of his abilities. But a big win for Big E tonight, live on Raw. And now we are just moments away from Nakamura, CM Punk, live here on Monday Night Raw. What I did last week by knocking off Trish Stratus and showing everybody what I'm fully capable of makes me a first ballot Hall of Famer. Defeating Trish, she's a WWE Hall of Famer. If I beat Trish, I am the WWE Hall of Famer. My stats, I have better accolades than Trish, and we might as well take Trish out of the Hall of Fame while we're at it. But we won't do that. We'll set our eyes and focus on her title defense against Kairi Sane this Sunday at Elimination Chamber. Kairi can be as happy as she wants, happy-go-lucky girl that she is, but something's got to give coming up at the Elimination Chamber. She's not going to be able to out-wrestle me, and again, I will retain my Women's World Championship. Does everybody remember when I told you guys that I was going to rebuild Damage Control from within? Well, I've done that. I've added Sasha, I've added Naomi, and I have added the irresistible force, Nia Jax. Lita felt it firsthand last week. And despite Trish beating down Nia Jax last week, that's what I told Nia Jax to do, accept the beating from Trish, because I knew that was going to happen, and I was going to roll her up and get that 1, 2, 3, and that is exactly what happened. your role model of this women's division will continue. And guess what? I'm going to take that Women's World Championship all the way to WrestleMania, and I'm going to ruin Bianca Belair's dream of walking out Women's World Champion in the main event of WrestleMania. And now, ladies and gentlemen, after those big words there from Bayley, we'll be actually seeing Nia Jax, Kairi Sane later on tonight, actually later on after this matchup. But now it is time, as here comes CM Punk, the best in the world today. He's in action against the leader of D-Generation X, Shinsuke Nakamura, the king of strong style for D-Generation X. We'll see how that's going to fare. D-Generation X taking out slowly but surely almost everybody in the Elimination Chamber. They hurt McIntyre. They hurt Wade Barrett to enough to where Shawn Michaels had to get rid of McIntyre and Wade Barrett, take them out of the matchup. But obviously we saw what Michaels did. The Raw General Manager replaced those two and put the Raw Tag Team Champions of Big E and Bron Breakker in that Elimination Chamber matchup, joining Shinsuke Nakamura. And now for that Elimination Chamber matchup, you got CM Punk, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Shinsuke Nakamura, Bron Breakker, and Big E. Seth Rollins will get the chance to come out of the Elimination Chamber in the last spot. We'll see how it fares. Going to be one heck of a matchup, and this one literally going to be one of the better matches of the whole entire night. Roman Reigns defeated Bron Breakker. We saw Big E defeat Seth frickin' Rollins, and we'll see how Nakamura and Punk do here live on Monday Night Raw. This very well could have been the main event, but Shawn Michaels wants to figure out who in that United States Championship matchup, who will be coming out last. Nakamura, that king of strong style, man, those kicks are so brutal. We've seen it especially when Nakamura has taken out the likes of Wade Barrett. We saw it a couple weeks ago here live on Monday Night Raw when Wade Barrett defeated Gargano. Nakamura would come out and attack Wade Barrett, sending a message to Wade Barrett, who was in the match at the time. But Drew McIntyre, who lost to Shinsuke Nakamura the week before, took personal expense of that and came out, attacked Nakamura, threw him off the stage. But at the end of that night, we would see DX, Bron Breakker, Big E corner Drew McIntyre and toss him to a light socket. So it's certainly one of the things that is definitely heating up here on Monday Night Raw. As here we go, CM Punk, Nakamura live here on Raw. Referee ringing the bell is official. Nakamura versus CM Punk. A matchup that very well, like we mentioned, main event, a premium live event, but we're getting it live here on Raw. A little preview of the Elimination Chamber. Two hard-hitting superstars going at it. Punk certainly wants to have that World Heavyweight Championship opportunity. He wants to go on to WrestleMania and get his chance to have one of the biggest matches, and that being for that World Heavyweight Championship. Obviously, CM Punk has wanted to do one of his things that we've said for a very long time, and that is to main event WrestleMania. And with the outlook of this year, I don't know if necessarily he'll be able to main event WrestleMania, but certainly there's an opportunity for him to certainly have a big match on the card. Anything is possible. You never know with how everything plays out, but certainly we'll have to wait and see what the outcome is going to be in that massive Elimination Chamber matchup. It's going to be brutal inside of that Elimination Chamber. Absolute hell. It is going to take years, months off of their career, but it's going to be worth it if they walk out victorious. As now Punk, hook of the leg right here on Shinsuke Nakamura, but a strong kick out. And this is where I believe Punk, I don't necessarily believe Punk wants to get in a striking match as he is right now with Nakamura, because Nakamura has those more powerful strikes, I believe. But we all know how Punk is. He's very confident in his ability, so he's not going to back down necessarily. But I think if Punk thinks it out correctly, I don't think he wants to get a pissed off Nakamura, because those strikes get even more dangerous and will hurt even more. Is now Nakamura, dropping him right on the back of his neck, on that top of his knee as well. It's a big strong kick out there from CM Punk early. Still to come tonight is Nia Jax, and Kairi Sane, pardon me, one-on-one. Be a good preview for Kairi Sane, see if she can defeat Nia Jax, the newest member of Damage Control. Bayley confirming that the revamped Damage Control looks like, with Sasha Banks, Naomi, and Nia Jax. That group is off the charts. You got those four. Then you got the Kabuki Warriors, that massive group as well. As now, look at this, going for that elbow drop. Nakamura saw it coming, had it well scouted, but Punk able to somehow get ahead of Nakamura and connects with that running knee strike into the Bulldog. CM Punk absolutely eating this up. You got a fired up CM Punk. Big reversal from Nakamura. But a big reversal from Punk. Back and forth we go. Big time matchup here live on Raw. Something's gotta give. Is a big power slam there from Punk. Punk now has Nakamura up. Looking for the go to sleep GTS to Nakamura. Is this it? 2, 3. Punk sends a message to Shinsuke Nakamura here on Monday Night Raw. Big time go to sleep there to Nakamura. Punk picks up the win. Rollins lost the last matchup. Roman picked up the win to begin off Raw. Anything is going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. It is anyone's ball game. It could be anyone from D-Generation X. It could be Rollins, Punk. It could be Roman Reigns. Elimination Chamber cannot get here soon enough. Nia Jax in the middle of the ring. Here comes Kairi Sane. Will be challenging Bayley for the Women's World Championship. And oh no, Nia Jax bringing the fight early on here. Come on. We know Damage Control, how they act, but come on. Can't even give Kairi Sane an opportunity. And now the matchup is official. And oh my God, Nia Jax might be putting away Kairi Sane here in just under 5 seconds, if I'm honest. As a big elbow carving in the chest of Kairi Sane. Nia Jax officially part of Damage Control. You got, like we mentioned, Nia Jax, Sasha Banks, Naomi, and the Women's World Champion Bayley. And then for the Kabuki Warriors, you got Dakota Kai, Kairi Sane, Io Sky, and Asuka. Big numbers game there, 4v4. Numbers game is even as Nia Jax with a spine buster there. And of course, Nia Jax just eating this up right now, as she should. She has the momentum. She's not allowing Kairi Sane to even really demonstrate any offense whatsoever after not allowing Kairi Sane to even get inside the actual ring. Come on, Kairi. Get back in this ring and bring the fight to Nia. Show her that it's not all about Nia Jax here in Damage Control. Here he comes, Kairi Sane. Big head scissors takedown here. Kairi Sane heating up here. Could you imagine if Kairi Sane can pick up a massive win just days away from that big premium live event of Elimination Chamber? And look at Kairi Sane saying, stay down. Not going to allow you to disrespect me and the Kabuki Warriors. As look at this abdominal stretch here. Almost like a widow's peak from what we saw from AJ Lee back in the day. But again, Nia Jax just too lengthy, and Kairi Sane couldn't have actually hit all of it. As a big scoop slam. Oh no, Nia Jax. Oh no, that big leg drop. That may be enough to put away Kairi, and it is just like that. Kairi Sane was trying. She was trying, but Nia Jax caught her off guard tonight, attacked her, and Nia Jax has laid out Kairi Sane, giving Bayley the advantage there live in Perth, Australia. The irresistible force. She had a hell of a matchup with Bianca Belair recently, but it was just too much. Tonight, live here on Raw, the attacked work as we get ready for your main event. That was definitely not the direction that we wanted that match to go. We wanted to see an actual battle between Kairi Sane and Nia Jax, but Damage Control, realizing that, you know, they gotta be a little underhanded when it comes to some of this stuff. So, well, it's obviously to be expected with it, but tonight, here we go. It is your main event. It is a 6-man battle royal. The winner goes on to be the last competitor to come out of the Elimination Chamber matchup. Who will get the advantage? Could be this man, Grayson Waller, who is from Sydney, Australia. We're going to Perth, Australia. We'll see how the home country will be treating a lot of these superstars, like this man right here, Grayson Waller, with the likes of Rhea Ripley, the likes of Bronson Reed. A big opportunity. Grayson Waller would love to win back that United States Championship that he lost to Austin Theory, a part of that gauntlet matchup. As now here comes Cameron Grimes, taking that money straight to the moon. And I think out of all the superstars in this match, I believe Cameron Grimes has to be the most underrated superstar in that matchup, ladies and gentlemen. Because in that matchup, you have Austin Theory, Grayson Waller, Bronson Reed, Solo Sikoa, Tommaso Ciampa. Something, though, I mean, I like Grimes. He's a hell of an athlete, but there's a lot of young talent in this matchup that certainly may be able to outshine Cameron Grimes. And I hope I'm wrong. I hope Grimes has a hell of a night, and I wouldn't mind him walking out United States champion. Anything is possible. Right now, Solo Sikoa has the momentum. Bronson Reed could win back his United States Championship. Something's is going to happen, though. That United States Championship, who is going to be walking into WrestleMania, Hollywood, California? Who's going to walk in there as the United States Champion? 6 amazing talents. A lot of these superstars in this match have been champions. Theory, multi-time United States champion. Waller, brief reign as United States champion. Bronson Reed has a multi-time champion here on Raw. So Solo Sikoa looking to get his first championship here in WWE. Grimes looking to get himself a championship reign here, as well as Tommaso Ciampa is a former NXT champion and in his own right looking to, as well as former Intercontinental champion, can't forget about that. But you know, I think Grimes is the most underrated superstar in this matchup, as here comes a big man, Bronson Reed. We could see a tsunami in this matchup, but it may be very risky to go up top, because obviously with the ability to throw your opponent over the top rope to win this matchup, he could get pushed over the top. So if Reed wanted to go that direction, Bronson Reed would have to be very careful. This man, Bronson Reed, not too happy that he lost his United States Championship, but he said in that Elimination Chamber that those 5 superstars are locked inside of that chamber with him. And he sees that as an advantage for himself. And he says he plans to regain that NXT Championship. As now here comes the Bloodline, Solo Sikoa. This man is very brutal, that Samoan spike. The Bloodline is ever dangerous here on Monday Night Raw with Roman Reigns, The Rock, Jimmy Uso, and Solo Sikoa. Jey Uso is officially on SmackDown now. He will not be a part of the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, unfortunately, not winning that fatal 4-way on the last edition of SmackDown. Andrade would walk out victorious with a win over Karrion Kross. And Andrade was the last member a part of that matchup. It's going to be one heck of a premium live event. But going back to Jey Uso briefly, I believe Jey, he'll find his moment. I believe it's just going to take him some time on SmackDown, but I believe his time will be coming very, very soon. As we now wait for the next competitor to make his way down to the ring. And there he is, ladies and gentlemen, Tommaso Ciampa, like we mentioned, former NXT champion, former Intercontinental champion, a man that was very close to knocking off Roman Reigns back in the day for that undisputed championship. They had a brutal Hell in a Cell matchup, actually they had a total of 2 championship matches Roman Reigns was able to outlast Ciampa in at that time, but certainly Ciampa, one of the most dangerous superstars in WWE today, DIY, looking to get some championship gold in their future, and certainly would love for that to happen. As we now wait for your United States champion, A-Town Downs only, United States champion, Austin Theory. Imagine if Theory can get that last spot in that matchup. I wouldn't say guarantee him the victory in that matchup, but it gives him the best probability to walk out still the United States champion and take himself into WrestleMania weekend, the grandest stage of them all, with that United States championship. But obviously those 5 other superstars would like to say different. So many different outcomes could be in the possibility locked inside of that brutal structure. It's going to be brutal. You're going to see a lot of blood, sweat, and tears in that matchup. Those guys are going to work their tails off, but only one can survive that matchup. Who is it going to be? Do you guys have a fan favorite? It seems like whenever I pick a certain person or a superstar men's or women's matches, it usually doesn't work out well for that superstar. So I'm going to stop necessarily giving out favorites for those matches. But I know it's going to be one hell of a matchup no matter what. As here we go, the Battle Royal to determine the last entrant into that matchup. A lot of stuff going on. These younger guys, these veteran guys that have been around some time here, as Theory throwing his tag team partner around here a little bit. And now Bronson Reed with a Uranagi there to Cameron Grimes. Absolutely brutal. And now here comes Solo, but Theory going to block him momentarily. Solo may have been trying to eliminate him first. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Grayson Waller. Ooh. For a minute, Reed could have easily tossed him over, I believe. As Ciampa and hits him with that brutal DDT there. And now Ciampa and Solo going to go at it. Theory and Waller going to go at it. Oh, a little bit of a double team here from Ciampa and Reed. Might as well work on the enforcer while you can. Certainly if Solo Sikoa is able to come out last, that is going to be dangerous for sure for those other 5 superstars, because you do not want a caged up Solo Sikoa. He will spike the living crap out of you and literally will be able to walk out victorious. As Reed now off the ropes here. Big time splash right there on Cameron Grimes. Who will be the first elimination in this matchup, ladies and gentlemen? Something will have to give. Oh, back in the corner here. Ciampa in a bad spot. Going to be thrown right into Theory. You got to do what you got to do at times in this matchup, man. Use these other superstars in this matchup to your advantage. As Waller now with that sit-out powerbomb maneuver, making that look absolutely brutal. As Theory now going to look to eliminate Ciampa. Ciampa having none of it early. Oh, Solo with a big close on the back of Bronson Reed, sending a message. Message sent with that big knee. Then Bronson Reed running right through Ciampa. This matchup is going to be all over the place, and that's what a lot of people honestly like in these type of matches. We saw it with the Royal Rumble, and now, wait a minute, Grimes going to try to eliminate Bronson Reed, but did you see Theory stopping Grimes there? Theory's the one that turned his back on Bronson Reed, so I'm surprised he stopped Grimes from trying to eliminate Bronson Reed. Maybe Theory wants to eliminate Bronson Reed himself. That's the only thing I can really think of logically is now Solo trying to eliminate Grayson Waller here. We'll see if Theory wants to save his tag team partner. Waller able to get out of it momentarily, though. Theory now once again going to try to eliminate Tommaso Ciampa. Bad spot for Ciampa. Will Ciampa be the first one eliminated? Over the top rope. He's hanging on for dear life on the bottom rope here. This ain't going to end well. Ciampa, can he stay on? Tommaso Ciampa. And he does, yes. Momentarily, anyway, the matchup continues for Tommaso. Any of these superstars, don't know if they have a definite advantage. Obviously, the first two superstars don't have the advantage, and obviously whoever wins this matchup will technically have the advantage, but, you know, necessarily it may not always work to their favor sometimes in these type of matches. It's all about the luck of the draw and coming out at the right time as Theory, the United States champion, is eliminated. So Theory will not have the champion's advantage. Solo eliminating Theory. Might as well get rid of the champion, make sure he won't have the advantage. Doesn't mean Theory won't retain, but it definitely does not give him the best odds. Oh, good old snake eyes there from Bronson Reed to Ciampa. Now Solo gonna go after Grayson Waller. What a brutal clothesline. There's a whiplash effect of the ages there. And now Bronson Reed gonna look for some good old snake eyes there. Oh my goodness, what a backstabber there from Ciampa. And now Ciampa looking for the fairy tale ending on Reed. Oh my goodness. That is not easy, I can tell you that, for that big man. If I'm these the four other superstars in this matchup, Reed's down and out right now. Get up, toss Reed, and make it an easy fatal four-way matchup right here. And I think Solo realizes that and connects with that brutal takedown there of Reed in the corner. Almost like shades of their dad Rikishi there, as Grimes now looking to eliminate Waller. Here we go. Waller is eliminated and Grimes keeps himself in the matchup. And now it is down to 4. We have Ciampa, Sikoa, Grimes, and Bronson Reed. Got two big dudes in this matchup still, with that being Solo and Bronson Reed. Ciampa now. Oh, setting his sights. Maybe you're going to try to eliminate Reed. Big time opportunity. Oh, but Ciampa, I don't know why he would just throw him on the ground. I mean, he did do some damage, but why not try to affect this matchup a little bit more? Try to eliminate him if you can. And now Bronson Reed going for a little bit of a flying lesson there. And now, oh my goodness, that brutal forearm strike right to the chest of Grimes. Grimes may have a big bruise on his chest after that. Absolutely brutal. And now Ciampa rolls out onto the apron. Grimes getting taken out. Solo taking on all 3 men at once here. 3-for-1 special. Something's got to go down between both of these massive dudes here. Reed now looking to eliminate. Oh, look at Ciampa. Ciampa saving Solo, or maybe Ciampa just wants to eliminate Reed himself. I don't know, but it's very questionable there. And look at that maneuver from Grimes. Very innovative maneuver from that young man. Big chop there. Grimes going to continue to focus on Ciampa here. And now, oh my goodness, spinning heel kick. It looked like Grimes was going to look to take out Ciampa, and certainly didn't work out in his favor, as now Grimes being tossed into the corner here. Reed now going to focus on Solo. And now Solo, he gets eliminated. We are down to now 2. It is down to Grimes and Ciampa now. Holy crap, 2 massive eliminations. And now this is your main event now, the last 2. Grimes and Ciampa. The superstar I told you that was very underrated into this matchup, that being Cameron Grimes. He got himself a crossface. Obviously, the submission is not going to help him. It will do damage to Ciampa, but it won't win him the matchup. He has to physically throw Ciampa over the top rope to win this match. Grimes just trying to take as much energy out of Ciampa as he can. Both men up to their feet. Who is going to walk out victorious and get themselves the advantage in the Elimination Chamber? Oh, what a running knee. What a clubbing knee. And now Grimes able to reverse. Grimes now. Oh, goodness. A chop to the chest. That will definitely light your world up like the 4th of July. And now Grimes has Ciampa right where he wants him. Is he going to be able to eliminate him? Ciampa having no qualms about it. Not going to allow Grimes to do it, at least at that moment. Big clothesline, and Ciampa is eliminated. And now Cameron Grimes, the money man, will get himself the advantage in the Elimination Chamber. I guess I should have betted on Cameron Grimes, but certainly very underrated. And the underrated Cameron Grimes will get himself an opportunity of a lifetime, especially in the Elimination Chamber, to come out last. Will that help him? We'll find out at the Chamber. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's been one hell of a night. Cameron Grimes, good luck at the Chamber. You're going to need it, buddy. But like I said, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we'll see you on NXT.